in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, "And God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." 31 says, "And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day." Welcome back to the show. I'm Anna, and you're watching Anna Speaks Out. Thanks for being here. Hello, welcome back. So today I want to talk specifically to the Christians out there who are watching and pose a bit of a challenge to you all. Of course, anybody is welcome to watch, but I'm talking specifically to Christians. So basically what I want to talk about is this. So as a Christian myself, something that concerns me about a lot of other Christians out there, it seems like especially the ones who are like very openly conservative politically, is that when it comes to the idea of being an environmentalist and caring about the condition of the planet and doing what we can to take care of it and keep it from harm, it seems like a lot of Christians tend to actually sort of make a mockery of that and act like it's all just a big joke and nothing important at all. And I know that there are some extremists on the other end who might unfairly guilt trip people who aren't spending every waking moment obsessing over it, and etc. However, I think that every Christian should care a lot about taking care of the earth and the environment, because God created this earth for us to enjoy, and we're supposed to be good stewards of what he gave us. On this website that I found, stewardship.org.uk, they listed a few other biblical examples of this as well. "The earth is the Lord's and everything in it, the world and all who live in it." Psalm 24:1. "Do not defile the land where you live and where I dwell, for I, the Lord, dwell among the Israelites." Numbers 35:34. "And the Lord took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it." Genesis chapter 2, verse 15. Also, the main reason why I bring this up right now is because there is a massive, very serious environmental issue that is affecting the entire planet as we speak, and has been for a while. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So check out these clouds in the sky, and if you look closely you can kind of see how it kind of seems like it started out as like rows of lines that then dissipated and spread out. Why do you think that is? Do you think that's what natural clouds look like usually? Even here, doesn't it kind of look like some kind of like smoke that dissipated or something like that? Normal clouds are generally like cotton balls, more so, right? So what causes this? Well, there are scenes like this being seen all over the world lately. A lot of the time you can see the airplanes that they originate from as well. And why are there so many all over the place all the time? And do you think the clouds that I showed you at the beginning look like lines like this that dissipated over time? Because that's what I'm thinking. And did you know that there's something called solar radiation management that you can read about on the UN website that involves aerosol injection in order to block out the sun to supposedly help with climate change effects? Do you think maybe such a thing could actually cause some type of climate change that might not be good? A friend of mine, Franco De Mayo, summed this up really well just today, actually, on a Facebook Live. And he is the one who has actually inspired me recently to speak out on this topic a lot more than I had been. You can follow him on Facebook by typing in his name as you see it here. But here's what he had to say.
I'm going to speak out for those who are maybe a little scared to speak out. Something's going on with our weather. Something's going on with cloud formations and, climate change, right? A lot of people are like, well, people either believe in climate change, that it's happening, or they believe that it's a hoax and that it's like something that's being used to manipulate the masses. And it's actually, both things are actually true at the same time. And here's how it works. The people that are talking about climate change are telling you the truth. Climate is changing because they are changing the climate. And they're not telling you that part. That's the part they're not telling you. And then they're then using global warming and climate change as a way to control people and get them to, basically submit to their agenda, whatever it may be. But what's crazy is the fact that they're the ones who are actually doing the changing of the climate. And if you guys want to look this up, there's something called geoengineering. There's a really good documentary about it. It's a couple years old, but look it up. It's on YouTube. It's called The Dimming. Like you're dimming the lights.
They shouldn't be there. Jet engines burn clean. So if there's anything coming out of them, it's an additive.
They're absolutely not contrails. Contrails do not linger, dissipate, and go into cloud coverage, period, in the report.
This engine, a high bypass turbofan jet engine, this is the engine that is on all military tankers and all commercial carriers, is in essence a jet-powered fan. 90% of the air that moves through this engine is non-combusted. This engine by design is nearly incapable of producing any condensation trail except under rare and extreme circumstances. And again, we have film footage of aircraft flying at altitude with nozzles visible, turning on and off. That is the end of the argument.
Harvard University's Solar Geoengineering Research Program stated on Monday, March 18th of this year, 2024, that the Stratospheric Controlled Perturbation Experiment, SCOPEX, is a scientific effort initiated by Professors David Keith and Frank Kuetsch at Harvard University. SCOPEX was designed to measure the stratospheric behavior of aerosols in plumes to advance scientific knowledge relevant to potential future implementation of solar geoengineering. So this type of thing has been done according to Harvard University. I also came across a website called geoengineering.global with the stated goal of advancing the mitigation of climate change and global warming through geoengineering education and research. And in an article about stratospheric aerosol injection, they stated that it is feasible with existing technologies and could be implemented in a very short period of time at a relatively low cost. As well as that besides sulfate, other reflective aerosols are being considered for this solar radiation management approach, and those aerosols include black carbon, metallic aluminum, aluminum oxide, and barium titanate. Lastly, they say that there are dangers associated with this, such as reducing rainfall in some areas of the world, resulting in loss of crops and access to fresh water, which could lead to starvation and suffering. So I trust that you have a pretty decent idea now about why I am concerned about these lines in the sky, and I hope that you will join with me in educating yourself and others about what's going on, as well as thinking about and brainstorming what might be the best response to all of this. I do encourage you to watch this documentary, The Dimming, as well. I've watched part of it and I'm excited to watch the rest. And please stay tuned for my next video, as I will be proposing an idea that I have for a good response. Thank you again so much for being here today. Please click the thumbs up since you liked it enough to make it all the way to the end. Make sure you're subscribed and share around. If you haven't yet, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at My Thoughts and Songs, and on Facebook, where my username is Anna Charity. Thanks again so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.